All right, day 9, is it? Like I said yesterday, today could be a very short day. If a tournament started at, it's a few minutes after 12 right now. Tournament started at 11. Unless late registration is nuts, I imagine they have the dealers they need for that. So everyone starting at 12:30 is here just for the day 2 restart of the TOE, and there's only 15 or 16 players coming back for day 2, which means you only need 4 dealers. And there could be short stacks who get eliminated quickly, and pretty quickly you can only need 3 dealers. So I don't know what's going to happen with all these dealers coming in at 12:30. The next tournament starts at 4. The next tournament started at like 2 o'clock. All right, maybe we just do up downs, alternating break and dealing, and then at 2 o'clock, you know, send some of those dealers to the 2 o'clock tournament. They're not going to keep dealers around for something that starts in 3.5 hours after we clock in. So I don't know. I feel like it's either going to be, I could be one of the dealers that deals TOE until it ends. But there's only gonna be like 3 or 4 of us. If not that, I'm either gonna be gone or I'm gonna be dealing cash. So we'll see what happens. Yeah. Ooh, big college football games on today. Texas Tech is up 3 scores. So it looks like they were gonna be in anyway. It looks like BYU will not get in. Some games happened yesterday. James Madison won, Tulane won. The Duke-Virginia game is big. If Virginia wins, they're in. If not, either Duke or James Madison is gonna be the 5th automatic bid, and I don't know which because neither was ranked before this week. So it's the 5 highest ranked conference champions, and neither of them were ranked, so I don't know what you do with that. What else is going on? Planet Hollywood shift later, so I'm awake, I'm rested, and this is one of 2 shifts today. Could be a very short one, we'll see. Oh, wanted to say, Lotus of Siam yesterday. I forgot to mention the portion sizes. Very good portion sizes at good prices. So I said if I went back, I might get the pad thai without the duck. It comes with chicken. I might not get the extra duck. And I think it's only $21. And there was a lot of chicken in there. There were a lot of noodles. I didn't think the peanuts or bean sprouts really made sense with that dish. But a lot of noodles, a lot of chicken. That was a generous portion for $21 at a very nice restaurant. All right, if the camera will focus. It's getting there, it's getting there. There we go, it's getting there, there we go. Dealt the last hand of the TOE championship. Got down to 2 tables pretty quickly, eventually 1, and then I was just dealing the 4 to 430 down and dealt the hand where the 3rd place finisher got knocked out. And that was my last hand to the down. And I got up, and as I was walking away, I heard them make a deal. I think they split it. I don't know who got the ring, but they split the money. And so, even though I wasn't there when the negotiations ended, I dealt the last hand. A horse tournament did just start at 4, and level 1 is about over now. They don't really need me. People came in at 4. They have 4 tables going. 2 dead spreads and some dealers on break. I think they have 8 dealers for those 4 tables right now. Doesn't look like late registration is going to be popping off. So that's it for me. Worked about 4 hours. Got a bunch of mixed game downs in. Yeah, kind of an in-between time. If I go to the, I'm going to go to the weight room right now. I'm going to be done well before I need to start a PH at 10. Maybe I'll play at like Bellagio or something if the Duke-Virginia game is still going on, and it's close, but I am leaving Orleans right now. And oh, something I want to tell you, if this helicopter goes by fairly quickly. You know what's funny? It's a 2-tone felt we have on the tables here at Orleans. The like inside the betting line, it's not really official, is gray. The outside is purple. And our 2 decks of cards, one is red, one is blue. If you combine red and blue, you get purple. So every time I'm throwing cards, which is every hand, the cards kind of blend in, but it switches back and forth in a different way. The red kind of blends in from one side of the color wheel, and the blue kind of blends in from another side of the color wheel. It's a little weird if like all I'm doing is focusing on the colors and not thinking about anything else. But anyway, heading to the strip. All right, so as much of the Duke-Virginia game as I could. Went into overtime. No way I could stay and watch the overtime and make it to work, so I left there in overtime as I speak. Alright, 2 poor things happening right now. 1, no cash games going. The 7 p.m. tournament did go on 2 tables, and I clock in for 10. We'll see if the 10 p.m. goes. Also, this air vent right here, which up until like last week was blowing freezing cold air, which made this back room amazing. Enough people finally complained that it was too cold, and now it's like medium temperature air. So it's not quite hot, so that's good, but it used to be freezing, and it was amazing to just stand back here and be cold. So times are changing. All right, that was interesting. So never got a cash game going. The camera will focus. Poor lighting. And focus, there we go. The 10 p.m. tournament went off and took about 2.5 hours. I alternated break, dealing, etc. I was about to push in for one more down. They were heads up. I was about to push in for the 12:30 down. It's about 12:30 right now. And the 12:30 down never happened. The hand in progress as I was about to push in, there was a bet, an all-in, and a call. The all-in player had top 2 pair. The caller had high card. His highest card was not higher than the highest card on the flop. He didn't have a pair, he didn't have a draw, he had nothing. And of course, he hit backdoor clubs for the win. So that ended the tournament. I didn't sit down, and it ended at like 12:28 or something. So that's it, 2.5 hours. Pretty long day for not a ton of hours. I mean, my alarm went off at 10 a.m. It's like 14.5 hours later, and I only worked like 6.5 of these 14.5 hours. But, you know, better than making $0. So that was an interesting double shift. And I parked at Bally's, yeah. So F1 is over, but the infrastructure doesn't come down so quickly. So from Orleans to here, I thought the best way to drive in, because it's been tough coming in on Flamingo, which would be my go-to. So I drove in on Harmon. I hit the strip between Cosmo and Aria. I cross over the strip, and then I turn into the Planet Hollywood parking garage just to drive through it. I never actually like get to the garage. I'm in like the valet area. I just drive through Planet Hollywood, and then I come out on Audrey, and then I could get the back way into the Paris parking garage. So I parked in Paris/Bally's, and I walked to the weight room, and then I walked here to Planet Hollywood, and I got to go a little north to go back to that parking garage. But very little traffic taking that route. So that's what I'm going to be doing for the time being. Or I could drive to MGM, take the monorail. Today I went that Harmon to PH to Audrey route, and yeah, that's going to be it. If I think of something else great on the walk back to Bally's, then I'll say it.